عن عائشة رضي الله عنها قالت: كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يعجبه التيمم في تنعله وترجله وطهوره وفي شأنه كله. رواه البخاري.
Aisha radiallahu anha, she said, كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يعجبه التيمم في تنعله. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم used to like to start from the right. التيمم from the word yamin, the right. Tayammana means to start from the right. So he used to like to start from the right. في تنعله. And he used to put on his shoes. Which means what? Because you put on your shoes with your right, you start with your right first, and then you go to your left. And if you take off your shoes, it's the other way. You start with your left off first, and then you take your right shoe last. So when you're putting on your shoes, you should start with your right, and then you go to your left, and then when you take off, you do the opposite. So كان يعجبه التيمم في تنعله وترجله. الترجل is when he used to comb his hair. When he used to comb his hair, he would start from the right. So when you're starting from the right, you start from your right, of course. But what if you're combing someone else's hair? Let's say your child is looking at you. So if he's looking at you, your right is his left. And your right and his right is the opposite, because he's looking at you. So, but you're the one that's combing, right? So do you start from your right, or you start from your son's right? If you're combing your son's hair for you, you should start from the person whom you're combing. Why? We have a hadith that proves that, and you might say, "Well, what's this? It's like such a small thing, right? It's such a small thing. Who cares? You start from your right or your left. My right, I'm starting it. Who cares? But it is important, because it's part of our deen. It's part of adab of our deen.
It gets some hasana.
And what does it show that is, and you're getting hasana. But what does it show, where does it show it's important? Because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So when he made Hajj, Al-Fadl ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu was about to shave his head. He was shaving the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's head. This is during the Hajjatul Wada. And so when he was starting, Al-Fadl ibn Abbas started from, because he says, okay, this is right. Okay, let me start from his right? So if he started from his right and the Prophet was facing him, which side of the Prophet is he starting?
Left. Yeah.
He's starting his left. So the Prophet stopped him. He said, no, stop. Start from my right. He said, start from my right. The fact that the Prophet even stopped him, no, don't start from my right. If you start from your right, start from my right. It's an indication that yes, even though you might say it's a little details here. No, but that's our deen. Our deen is so, it teaches us principles that when we do things, we start from our right. When we give with our right. We take with our right. When we give and take from other people. And then left hand, and when we start from even when we eat, we don't eat with our left hand, we don't eat with our right hand. This is very, very important. It also reminds us what? It reminds us of the hereafter. Because those who are successful will take their book with their right hand. They'll take their book with their right hand. So كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يعجبه التيمم في تنعله وترجله وطهوره, and in his purification. That means in his actions of wudu and purification. Ghusl, he started from the right first. وفي شأنه كله, and all his affairs. I mean, good things, he would start from the right. He would start from the right. And so it's sunnah to make, when you make wudu, to start from the right hand first and then the left hand. Right foot first and then left foot. What if someone started from the left foot first and then went to the right? would the wudu be valid? The wudu would still be valid. Why? Because you're still doing it in order, but you're abandoning a sunnah. But in terms of validity, it's still valid. It's still valid. In terms of your, can I pray with that wudu? Yeah. You still can pray with that wudu. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best.